Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm taking you along on our garden journey, the many trips to the nursery, digging up that first patch of grass to get to the dirt and be able to make our dreams come true, and all of the effort and labor of love that was put in by many of our family members. We had a small garden last year and it produced so much food for our family that we wanted to expand and try to go bigger and better and put up more food for the year than we did last year, and that was quite a bit. So come on and let's see what happens when a couple of amateurs try something new.
I bet you think that I should calm down and that I'm overthinking everything about you, and that we're good the way we are. But I don't know that much about you, what things you like and what you don't. It's not that long since I met you for the first time. Should work it out, you know we should work it out. Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted? And will you let me down? I know I'm feeling something for you. So you don't let me go when I come real close. I don't wanna get hurt, 'cause I'm not ready to give you my heart yet. Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted?
I just played around with this fairy garden with the bird bath and the dirt, and just got all of the little pieces put in where I thought they looked good. I put in some real impatiens just to give it a livelier look. I had planned on doing this project with my granddaughter Ava, but it didn't look like she was going to be coming over anytime soon, so I went ahead and did it by myself. But I thought about her the whole time, and so most of these pieces I have accumulated over the years. I got some of them at the Dollar Tree and some at the Salvation Army. You can always find little stuff like this at thrift stores. It's such a good place to look for new pieces. I do have more that I could have added. I probably could have done my whole yard, but I decided to keep it this small this time. For Mother's Day, I received a plastic greenhouse from Dawson, and Tyler and Grant came over to help put it together for me. While they were doing that, I just got some of my pots filled with some annuals, and I'm so happy that they came to help me out with this.
I want to be there and baby dance the night away. I let my head down if I won. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time?
time doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I want to be silly, baby, dance the night away. I'll kick my shoes off if I want. Let yourself be free and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. You can. Baby, let your head down.
And here's the part where everything gets really fun, getting all of that grass dug up and getting the fence put in. Now, I think pretty much everybody in the house took a turn at this little claw tool that we ended up using to turn this dirt over. And Bill, was really the MVP. He put in this new fence to keep our dogs out of our garden area and did the majority of all the cleanup, getting all of the grass and weeds out of this area so that we could put our garden in. It was so much work. And here is Dawson taking his turn at doing a few turns on this claw, and at some point here he does get a bloody nose, and it doesn't stop him. He keeps going. But Bill is battling these vines and trying to get this fence removed and just cutting out this panel just so that we can work on a little section at a time. And so we can get these vines from kind of taking over everything in the yard. We do have a privacy fence and a chain link fence going on, and decided that it's time to let the chain link go.
Here's to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. We had a good run, don't say we didn't. I was your first love, and you were my first one. Cheers to all the memories, the venom and the remedies, yeah. Promise I won't forget, yeah. Maybe it's something in the wall.
While Bill and Dawson worked on getting that fence removed and digging up some of that ground, Cameron and I laid down some weed barrier, put in a mulch patch, and trimmed it out with some wood that we had, and just put the grandkids' toys in that section just to give them a little bit of a play area when they do come over to visit. I didn't get any footage of it, of course, because we were busy working at the time, but we are so happy with how it turned out. Now we just need the kids to come over.
So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here tonight before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does.
And no project is complete without having to make 7 trips to Menards and Lowe's and Horrocks, right? So here I am just picking up more plants. I'm at Menards this time. I believe Bill was with me, but he was returning some tools or something that he bought and didn't need. I'm just checking out these herbs. I did pick up a couple of herb plants just to put on my porch and grow for use in the kitchen. And so some of the things that I noticed was looking at this bee balm that I smelled basil, and yes, it's right here and not in the right place, but I knew I smelled it. So keep that in mind when you're picking out your plants, and make sure you're checking the tags, because apparently somebody just sat the basil down with the bee balm, and you don't want to buy something and think that you got one thing and get home and find out it's another. So I was looking for zucchini, and I thought I found some, but it was yellow zucchini, and I'm just looking for a regular old green zucchini, summer squash. And so I ended up just getting seeds, and we're going to try to start them from seeds this year and not plants. And I lost my tomato plants when we were at home, so I thought I needed to buy more, and I did. And when we got back home, they had fallen onto the ground behind our grill, and so we now have 12 tomato plants this year. That's a lot of tomatoes. We'll make it work. And here we are just putting our plants in. It was a very exhausting and dirty day, to say the least, but I wanted to make sure that I was getting my peppers and tomatoes planted on this day.
Beautiful woman, I felt it deep inside. Beautiful woman, people are talking me down. Beautiful woman, you try to tell me what's right.
The next day, Bill was my hero and came out and finished planting all of the plants that I didn't get planted the day before. I did manage to get the tomatoes and the peppers put in the ground, but he came out and dug all the holes and planted the rest of the vegetables, and also cleaned up all of the remaining little patches of grass and weeds that were still lingering. So he did work his butt off to get this garden put in, but that's how gardens are. It's a labor of love.
Beautiful woman, sometimes we simply fall out. Beautiful woman, beautiful woman, tied to your love in a doubt. Beautiful woman, and all the things I didn't say, there's wrecking balls inside my brain. Standing tall with all my faith, there's empty voices in my head, and they will always be around until I found the one again. And all the things I didn't say, there's wrecking balls inside my brain. Standing tall with all my faith, there's empty voices in my head, and they will always be around until I found the one again. Just the way you are. Beautiful, beautiful woman, you're a beautiful woman.
Hello, here I am coming to you from my garden. Before I wrap up this video, I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough and kind of show you how it all kind of turned out. We are not finished by any means, and that's the fun thing about gardening, is it's a work in progress and something always needs to. Let me turn you around here so that we can get a look at the status of this garden for now. Here are our green beans. We have 2 rows of those going on. Let me get out of the light here. And then over there I have some marigolds, and I transplanted a hosta from our front yard to the backyard. We do have a lot of cleanup to go into or get into with the sidewalk here. We have a lot of grass clippings. Buddy's a little mad because I kicked him out of the garden area, but he was digging. So anyhow, there's our beans. We're gonna flip around here, and I have a cabbage plant and some cucumbers. I think this is a watermelon. And then over in this area we just have some seeds for zucchini. I could not find any plants that were for green zucchini, only the yellow. And then I have some pumpkin plants spread out over here. And then over in this area, like I said, was the cabbage and the Brussels sprouts, and then the cucumbers are gonna live there. And then these 4 rows are peppers and tomatoes. And there's still a little work to do inside this area. Like there's still some random vines that are coming up out of the ground here. We have a couple of fence posts to get out. There's a vine. Some tools that need to be put away. And this area here. So yeah, it's still kind of like a jungle over here, but we're working on it. I have some flowers that I will be keeping in this area, but we need to clean all of this out of here. So I will be working on that today while Bill's at work, and just cleaning up some of that wild stuff that's still growing in here. But he got all of this area cleaned out. I'm going to get some stepping stones and make like a path through here, and then clean up this area back here by the greenhouse. Maybe do something along this fence wall with our tools. My little baby cow statue, he might need a flower pot or something to dress him up a little. We will see. But that is how our little garden all came together this year. And of course we have many other areas in our yard that need work, like right there. But we are pretty happy with this one. And we're going to be working on our fire pit area, getting some stumps out of the yard, and making a grill area. Because right now this is what it looks like, but don't worry, it won't be like that for long. And this is a view from my swing overlooking my garden and some of the other areas in the yard. We'll need to get the grass mowed today and kind of clean up some areas here, but it's all coming together. That's it for now. Thank you for coming by, and if you want to see how it all turns out and all of the yummy food that we're going to be getting out of our garden this year, make sure that you tune into my channel for more updates. Bye!